Yeah, right now we still know that no one is in custody for this shooting, but I got to tell you right now, you can see that this is still a very active scene.
We felt terrible the way we played in games 3, 4, and 5 at Nats Park.
I've been through many of these inaugurations, and this is the first time I've seen anything like this. As you mentioned, the flag-draped coffin of the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg now sits atop the iconic steps of the courthouse. Well, when you talk about the extent of law enforcement out here today, I want to step out of the way and show you. So this is all Virginia State Police making their way right in here to the Capitol building within 30 minutes of that curfew being lifted. So the line stretches all the way down the road here.
And the wind, as you can see, is picking up. The rain's pretty steady, not too terribly bad right now. You can kind of even see the boats rocking that are in the water in this area. You can see the waves in the water.
Take a look here. They are ringing the Capitol here, and the seriousness and the tension that you could feel from them was similar to what we saw on the 6th.
I spoke with a constitutional law expert who says that nobody thought that Mr. Trump's defense team did a good job during opening statements.
Sounds that would generally make any neighbor cringe. But for Andrew Papacosta, he takes delight in what's happening next door.
There is a lot of progress and a lot being rebuilt and built, and I have a true feeling it's going to come back stronger.
Andrew watched as his neighborhood along East Lake Street was trashed and torched more than 10 months ago.
And it was getting pretty violent, it was getting pretty nasty out there.
In the midst of it all, though, his apartment building was spared.
We painted, "Please don't burn, people live here." And they abided by that.
Andrew says he's still waiting for some utilities to be reconnected. He's right across from the 3rd Precinct Police Station, an area that bore the brunt of destruction following George Floyd's death. But now, a revival. Business owners like Ruhel Islam are planting new roots. So standing here, you remember the layout of your restaurant?
I remember.
Wow.
I remember.
His restaurant, Gandhi Mahal, was unrecognizable when the smoke cleared. It's still a tough topic.
It's very painful. It's hard for us, It's a lot of emotion.
Ruhel considered constructing a new building right away, but decided to hold off on that plan.
We'll be rebuilding in the future, see what happened, but justice must be served, before we do anything.
In the meantime, he's getting this space ready to help his community heal after Derek Chauvin's trial. He's building a stage for events, a greenhouse, and garden.
And kind of engaged community. This is what, we need.
As for Andrew?
And I'd say give it another maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years.
He plans to stick around as well and watch it all grow.
I see myself being here for a long time.
This is the hallway where Officer Fanone and his comrades refuse to yield.
I said, well, we're going to go, suit up.
Fanone has been working plainclothes for a decade. He could have spent the riot waiting at his desk, but he and his police and duck hunting partner, Jimmy Albright, self-deployed to the Capitol.
He said, he's bent over at the waist, and he's dry heaving, obviously from inhaling all the CS gas.
One of the first police commanders he encountered was the head of investigations.
And I remember thinking to myself, this dude looks like George Patton.
Officer Daniel Hodges had already been squished between the door and the mob screaming heave ho. Fanone says it was like medieval combat.
And it was like the real life 300 minus the 6-pack abs, which none of us have.
Somehow, the mob grabbed Fanone out of the line and dragged him into the mob, beating, tasing, smashing him with flagpoles.
I remember thinking, at the moment that I got outside, holy, there's a lot of damn people here.
Did you think you were going to die out there?
Guys were grabbing gear off my vest, and I remember guys chanting, kill him with his own gun. I thought about killing people. I'd probably shoot a couple, and then they're going to take the gun away from me and kill me.
Fanone thought of his 4 daughters. I have kids, he told the rioters, and a couple of them showed mercy.
Thank you. you for being there. The only person I credit with saving my life is Jimmy Albright.
If they assault the Capitol on January 20th, will you go back on duty and go back?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I went there for my brothers and sisters in law enforcement. There's no army on this earth that would prevent me from fighting alongside those guys.
She wanted to become somebody. She wanted to be somebody. I miss her a lot.
LaShawn Young's 18-year-old daughter, Sierra, had big aspirations to own a clothing line. A relative wearing a shirt she designed named Evolve.
Evolve. And that means we live in an evil world.
But her family says that very same evil in this world would eventually claim Sierra's life Sunday night. Police responded to a call of a crash at Branch and Pennsylvania Avenue in Southeast, only to find a teenager with a gunshot wound on the ground. Investigators saying she was in the passenger seat of this car. The shooting happening just a block away, according to detectives. LaShawn says one bullet shot through her daughter's shoulder.
I just know that she was in a car with a gentleman, and it's supposed to have been some type of road rage, and some people were shooting into the car. That's the word that I have.
LaShawn says the driver was a friend who picked her up from their home in District Heights to hang out just 40 minutes earlier. She's never met or seen him before, but tells WUSA9 he remained at the scene. Sierra, who just became a new aunt, leaves behind an older sister and a younger brother.
Sierra was a lovable kid. She just enjoyed life. All she did was smile. She just wanted to be happy.
She now wants the community to help her get justice for a girl with big dreams whose life was cut short.
She don't want me to cry. I know she's here with me, but it's hard, you know. I have my good times and I have my bad times, you know. And I know we're going to get through this as a family, but it's very devastating.
My name is Anna Mae Smith. I've been working here for 51 years. Today's the last day I'm going home and rest.
Anna Mae, congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
Love you.
All right, love you too, babe. Oh, I worked at a hospital. I was a cook at a camp for 32 years. I worked at a mental institution for 25 years. And I wallpaper and paint on the side. They gave me the opportunity to just work as long as I want. So I didn't have to go anywhere else to work. And I enjoyed talking to the people, watching. Everybody comes in and says, loves it when I'm watching old shows, old movies. Oh, look. Hey, look at this cake.
She's the mayor of Clarksburg. Everybody in the community loves her. Everybody loves her. There are people that have emailed from 25 years, 35 years back and oh my God, I can't be there, but please tell her this. I even told her she had to get her son on, hook her up with Facebook so she could see all the comments that people have been writing about her.
Boy, am I really blessed today. I didn't know that many people remember or, care, but you don't know, how people feel. And the old saying is, give me my flowers while I'm living. Don't wait till I die and give them to her because I can't see them nor smell them. You better stop and think about the job you're on before you go to another one because sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side as you think it is. So give it a real good thought about what you're going to do in life because life is what you make of it. 50 years of this.
Once your ballot arrives at the DC BOE warehouse, it will make 8 more stops over the course of 2 to 3 days before it's officially counted. The first stop that your ballot is going to make is right here. The envelope, whether it was through USPS or a drop box, is going to come right here to have the flap removed. Once your signature is exposed, then it's off to the sorting machine, where it will be separated by ward. Once an envelope comes off of the sorter, it's processed into 3 different categories: a verified signature, a signature that doesn't match, or an envelope that doesn't have a signature. All signatures are verified by 3 different people. If they can't verify the signature against their records, then the BOE will send and email you a letter so that you can clear it up. You have 10 days to do that. Then it's back to the sorting machine. This time the envelopes with verified signatures make their way to the floor for opening. Once opened, ballots are separated and sorted into precinct order. Since mail-in ballots started being processed here on October 5th, approximately 280,000 ballots have come into this warehouse. About 100,000 of those still need to be counted, but that doesn't account for the ballots that are being cast today across the district and the ones that will come into this center at 8 p.m. when the polls close. The final step of the process is the scanner. All ballots with verified signatures are scanned onto a USB, then driven down to the DC BOE headquarters where they will be officially tallied.
If it's dropped off at 7:59, it absolutely positively will be counted, no questions asked.